Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. In this video we're going to try something a little different. We're going to try our hand at a devlog. I've always liked devlogs in the past when devlogs are done right by the devs, so I'm going to try my hand at doing one right. We're going to go over everything we accomplished for the last month, which turned out to be quite a lot. We're going to call this update the October update. We're going to call it the Interactive Landscape Overhaul update. But first we're going to get into some little odds and ends that we did before we got into overhauling the landscape at the beginning of the month. You might remember that we finished up our crafting system from before. The player now has a unique crafting list from the crafting benches. You can craft different amounts which correlate to the different cost and times that it takes to craft these items. I don't really have a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory, but we can maybe see that. We can queue up a whole bunch, which is more than we have, because the way my crafting system works is it consumes the resources of the item that you're crafting, not everything in the queue, but it checks before it crafts each thing. So it's not going to consume a whole bunch of things that you queue up, but it will consume them as it crafts, which is how I want my crafting system to work. It's separate than the crafting benches, which this is going to be the carpentry hut of our little town. And you can see we have a bug there. It showed the wrong crafting list, which is doing it again. So here is the crafting list for the carpenter hut, and it's got a overmax inventory, it looks like. But we can maybe craft some things. Not really. It's got a little widget pop up, same as us. Doesn't have any resources in there, but this is going to be the home of the blacksmith over here. We have a little anvil in here that we can craft metal items on. Right now we don't have any metal in the game, but if we did, we could craft some stuff here. Looks like it has a max inventory also. And see if we can get it crafting. There we go. So that crafts separately. It saves its inventory separately from everything else. The chests save their inventory separately as well. And all that is pretty much working. You can see we have a few bugs to iron out there. I'm going to get on top of those right away. I just love squashing bugs. But we fixed up the HUD quite a bit. As you might have noticed, we straightened up everything, lined it all up, added a nearby items thing that doesn't seem to be working anymore. It was working. It was showing me things that were nearby than radius. Man, that kind of sucks. That's not working. But we added a couple items to the HUD, as well as over a dozen skills that you can level up. Now, eventually, when you level up these skills, it's going to give you bonuses in like gathering. You're going to get more and more stuff, or reduce crafting time and crafting stuff. That's not working for right now, but you can gain XP from doing those things, which does work. These things correlate to your overall player level, and all these things will probably correlate to unlocking skills and different things in the game as you progress. I also added a protein, carbs, fats, and vitamins values to the game, which is an expansion of the hunger value. I am currently starving, so we should probably eat some food. Again, we got our HUD fixed up to where we can equip items a lot better. We can double click things and equip them. If we had a chest right here, we could hold shift and click and transfer back and forth from the chest. We added an advanced regeneration system, which was a kind of a unique idea I had, which is a fitness, happiness, and intellect meter. This is correlates off of physical activity like cutting down trees, mining rocks, combat. This correlates to things like fishing and eating foods. This is going to correlate to crafting and gaining or leveling up, gaining new levels. And all three of these determine your health regen and your stamina regen. which I didn't have in the game before, but now we do have a little tiny trickle, which is kind of nice. I don't really like how this plays out though. I'm going to adjust these values and maybe change some of this stuff around a little bit. Maybe change how it works and try it again and see how that plays out. I do kind of like the idea of it, but it's not playing out how I want it to. So we're going to try a different whack at that. We fixed a bunch of major bugs that I kind of talked about. You know, like we don't have the items falling through the map anymore. We can pick them up really quick without lag spiking. We got the sparkle out the trees. Major game breaking bugs that are fixed now. We added an interactable world, which is what this month was really about. I know it sounds like, wow, we did a lot of stuff that had nothing to do with that, but you know, most of this month did focus on an interactable world that you can you know, interact with pretty much everything. We got sticks and stones throughout the world that you can pick up and get started to craft your basic tools like your stone hatchet and stone pickaxe. You can pick bushes by hand. You can pick up edibles by hand. The edibles randomly respawn with different edibles in them. The bushes respawn with different timers. We added some functionality to almost all the tools. And it looks like I don't have a shovel on me. Go me. We didn't add the functionality to the skinning knife yet because we are going to work on animals maybe next month. But this is like a sand pile, and you can collect sand from it if you had a shovel equipped. Okay, good. We do have the sickle. The sickle you can equip and collect bushes, all the bushes and cattails and edibles in the game. You get a multiplier with the sickle, which works a little different than the other things, which take health from the item. We can get twice as much from edibles, bushes, and cattails with this iron sickle. The other tools take health from the node, so the node has a total amount of health, which you know, is going to determine how much stuff you can get from that node. And it looks like I forgot my hatchet too, so I can't cut down a tree, but we can mine some rocks real quick. You've probably seen in the other videos. You can go watch my other videos if you want to see how the mineable dirt mounds work and the choppable trees. The trees do fall down. I'm going to try to make the rocks destructible where they break into pieces. I was having some trouble with that for right now. We added a random loot chance at getting gems in when we're farming stuff. For right now, the loot table for gems is really rare. I have a loot table for farming trees as well. It's just using the same loot table, but I plan on making a separate one so we can get sap and bark and stuff like that. A lot more common than we get gems, which, you know, is obviously pretty rare. We're just getting an extra stone. That's that extra stone that's popping up. It's, you know, when you don't roll on a gem, you get just a stone. So we got all our interactable world working, which I would show you the trees and the dirt mounds, but I forgot the tools for the demonstration. And last but not least, which you've probably noticed throughout the video, we got our ambient sound working, which is really nice. It's a first iteration at that. I need to go over my audio files quite a bit. I think I got the audio levels pretty good, hopefully, which I'll be able to tell once I listen to the video here. But yeah, that's pretty much what we accomplished for the month of October. I hope you guys like this. I'm going to try to make a Devlog video at the end of every month that kind of recaps everything that we accomplished. Hopefully I kind of get better at presenting everything in my videos. But, you know, as time goes on, I do this more and more. That should happen a little bit more. So stay tuned, and we'll see what we get into for the next month of November. Thank you guys for watching.